Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi, happy Music Monday. We are here with Chris Tibaldi. Did I say that right?
That was absolutely perfect. Yes.
Yes. I looked on Google. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, wow.
How are you doing? And
I'm great.
do you want to explain yourself to the world?
Well, I'm really great because believe it or not, I actually had a gig last night.
What's that?
What is that?
What's a gig?
What is a gig? There's far fewer people there. We know that, and they were spread apart. But it was actually a gig. It was a lot of fun. But not doing a whole lot of that right now. As we all are. But it was cool. It was fun to just play and be in front of an audience, and even in a smaller capacity than we're all used to. And it's something I miss. I miss it terribly. When you used to doing 100, 150, 200 dates a year for 25, 30 years, it just ends one day. It's tough. And I know you guys are going through the same thing.
Mm-hmm. And where was your gig?
It was at a place in Farmingdale called Stage 317. And yeah. And right on Main Street in Farmingdale. And, they these venues are just taking a beating. Reservations required, but then if somebody doesn't feel well or people back out at the last minute, you try to fill those spots because you can't just have people walk in and out anymore. So 25% capacity, they're not allowed to advertise. It just doesn't make a lot of sense.
So you played a secret show.
Yeah, they're allowed to have events, but not tell anybody.
Right.
So the bands can advertise, and that's what we do. And luckily, we fill the place, but it's only 25% capacity. It's not really saying a lot, but it's not easy to do with what's going on in the news every day, and people just being nervous. So we were happy to play. It was really fun, and hopefully we'll be able to do it more. And we'll see what happens in the next few weeks, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess now it's easier to say you had a sold out show, right?
Yeah, we're selling out every night. This tour is great.
Selling out at 25% capacity. Yeah.
Our once a month tour is just kicking butt. once a month tour in the same spot every month. So, but yeah, it is fun. But I feel for these people in these venues and what they're going through, and I hope they can make it. I hope they can make it through this. We know we'll all be there on the other side. It's just as painful it is right now, but we're not the ones running these multi-million-dollar businesses and who have no money coming in. So, it's tough, but I'm happy to be here. Music Monday. This is great. I'm following up some really great interviews the last couple of weeks, and I did my research on you guys, and I was checking this out. And it's tough going behind Frank Zumo. You put me in a tough spot a couple of weeks ago. So he's flying from the ceiling and doing flips in the air on his shows. I turned on a virtual show from him, and I thought I was in Giant Stadium. But
yeah, his show was insane.
Insane. He's doing it in the biggest way possible.
Yeah, I was dude, come on,
that was even
ridiculous.
with no one there. It's still amazing. He's the only one I know who could pull that off. Yeah.
Well, I was more interested. I was I'm very interested in the lighting aspect and production aspect, which looked ridiculous.
And there was a lot of that.
He was like, it was awesome. My guy did it from home. Send it, and voila.
Yeah. Well, he was like, we used everything they had, every screen, everything they had there. We just set it all up.
Well, yeah, all these production companies are not out doing gigs, so all their gear, if it's not at the three things that are happening right now, which is wrestling and some live streams once in a while, which I'm pretty sure WWE has every piece of gear. They're probably here, take it. No one else is using it. I mean, they have tons of pyro, all that. It's insane.
Yeah, he had everything, but it was great. So this is really awesome, and I'm honored to be here with you guys. I'm a huge fan. And I keep track of all the stuff you guys do on Facebook and the Joe and Jet connection and the record label. Is it her label that you guys are signed to?
Yes.
Yeah. Really cool. And now, how many records on that label have you had out? Or are they EPs? What are we talking about?
2 EPs are out. Yeah, and then we have one in the box, ready to go.
Awesome. Well, good luck with that.
I don't know if
Thank
it's
you.
called I don't know about the Bach, but it's in the bank.
Yeah.
In the bank.
Yeah,
Somewhere. It's in somewhere. It's done.
somewhere. Done. But
Not yet in the CD case, but it's in somewhere.
Yeah.
So other than that, I'm doing a lot of teaching. I've been really lucky and fortunate with that. Besides performing, my thing, as Mel knows, is teaching, and I've been doing that for almost 30 years. Almost 15 years at a college, and then just private lessons. So thankfully, somehow that's been spared through all this stuff, through what we're doing right now. These online lessons and things like that can survive something like this. And so I'm just teaching every day and doing my thing and trying to spread the word and the gospel of drumming and music as best I can.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, it's good. It keeps you busy, keeps you positive.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it
what were you
does.
gonna say?
It does.
How's your virtual drum setup there? Is that or how are you teaching lessons virtually?
Yeah, it's my setup is basic. I just have like the iPad set up, and kids have theirs, so they're not kids. There's a lot of adults, but it's a pretty basic setup. I've been lucky in that I think just the content is kind of carrying you through. I definitely need to catch up a little bit on the technology end, but I'm working on that. But it's really been great. I'm packed. I'm booked with lessons. Always getting new students, which I'm always grateful for. And the message gets through, whether it's you're standing and sitting right next to them, or whether they're on their phone and we have our earbuds in and we're talking to each other and they're in another state. It all works. And thankfully there's a lot of enthusiasm for music with young kids. It's tough because they're into it at a young age. It's that middle ground, that middle age, the high school and middle school where it gets a little funky now. Because unless their parents are into music, it's really hard for them to find it when they're fighting video games, or not fighting. They love it. And but it's just not as in your face as it was when I was a kid. And so if you don't come from a musical family, you're doing school band and that's it. And then after that, when they get a little bit bored of that, maybe it's tough to keep them around. And it's those kids who are really into it are the ones that do. And that's where it gets really fun, that we can start working on a lot more advanced stuff and take the art form in a higher direction. So that's my story. I've been lucky to work with a lot of great companies for the last 20 years, 25 years, and Vic Firth and Sabian and whoever else is back there, and Evans Drumheads and GMS. They've supported what I've done for so many years in clinics and schools and Sam Ash stores and things like that around the area, and just trying to get out there and keep it going. We all know it's a tough business, and something like this happens what no one expected, where all your live performances are just gone in an instant. I've been lucky to be able to fall back on that education side of music. Performing is amazing and recording is amazing, but the education thing has really come through for me. So I don't know what that was. Is she doing a karate kick over there?
I think Roxy's trying to attack the computer.
You still with us? I think she delivered a roundhouse kick.
We put her in a cat storm.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're walking on the laptop. Oh, they stole your headphones.
You took my headphones.
He wanted to join.
I see Bruce sleeping back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
The
tired.
foot came up.
Oh, there he is.
Hi, Bruce.
Well, if I known it was going to be like this, I would have had my dog come down too. This would have been great.
Yeah.
and that's Bruce. Now, how does Bruce factor into the writing process?
He farts.
Okay. A lot of sound effects.
Yeah. Actually, when we recorded our first EP, he was a puppy, and we brought him to Drum Day, and
Drum tracking.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I put him in the vocal booth when I was just like doing like scratch vocals just to like, for Mel along or whatever. And I put the microphone up to his crate and he was snoring so loud that she was like, "What is that buzzing in my ear?" And I'm like, "That was Bruce snoring. You didn't want
the great Bruce."
Yeah, you didn't want him helping you along with the songs.
Yeah.
I was trying to teach him at home to do the vocals a little bit.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, he's been in the studio pretty much every every time we've recorded.
Well, he's a good luck charm at this point.
Yeah, he's a good little. And then one time we played something at Mel's house, and he farted in the room while we were singing, and it was like the most disgusting thing ever. So we were like live streaming, and we're like,
couldn't breathe. We had to evacuate.
Wow. Where'd this recording session go to now? We took a left turn here.
Yeah.
Bruce put his mark on that song.
He certainly did. Yeah. Yeah. So that's Bruce's contribution, and he gets it. He's on our Christmas cards, so that's his.
Very nice. Yeah. So now, with the downtime that you guys have now, how do you keep it moving? How do you keep your Jackknife Stiletto progressing in times like this?
Well, these Monday chats have definitely been keeping us going. We've been doing
check.
Yep. It's really opened up an interesting world of, it's opened up a lot of connections with some people that we have never met before, and others who maybe one of us have met. Like, for example, with you, I've known you for years, taken lessons from you. You worked at the college that I went to, and you're the one who introduced me to Frank Zumo, so thank you for that.
Sure. My pleasure.
And Annie and Roxy hadn't met you yet, and other people.
I met you at Five Towns.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I went to school with you too.
So. I went there too.
Or Roxy didn't know you. And the same the other way around. Some people that Annie knew, some people that Roxy knew, and now we're getting to meet everyone, and also some people who we have toured on the road with and haven't seen in a while. Now we get to catch up, see how everyone's doing. And we've also been doing some game nights. Those are fun.
Cool,
and Roxy and I did some rhythm section reversals. We were teaching each other. I taught her drums. She was teaching me bass.
Nice. Now, have you guys gotten a chance to play together in the same room at all?
We did a few times over the summer when kind of things were lower and safer, and now that things are getting a little crazier around here, it's like, we just want to be safe about it. We did a Thanksgiving Eve, like pre-recorded thing. So we did that because we usually play the Thanksgiving Eve show every year. Yeah. So us and a few of the other bands, we put together like a live streamed night, I guess.
Yeah. Cool.
So we put that together. Just trying to up our video, not our video games, our video game, So we do like weekly videos, and it's anywhere between like Roxy unboxing her wireless that she can't go around with now on stage, or going through our record collections, or kind of different things like that, so people maybe get to know us in a different way. Now it's more like a different personable thing, and then put out just some different ways of showing music and things like that. So
now, do you guys feel that the downtime that we all have, has anybody found themselves practicing more individually on your instruments, or doing more writing sessions on your own, or anything like that, just working on chops, or something you always want to practice but you never had time to? So I know that's happened with me. That's why I'm asking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you're all banged up, so.
Yeah. I'm on a hand and foot rest right now.
Yeah.
Did some scheduled surgeries. Figured now was a good time to take care of everything. Yeah. Well, we're not touring, not traveling anywhere, playing shows anytime soon.
But one of the byproducts for me was that I found that not being home so much and doing the online lessons and keeping it going that way, but I had a lot more time, and I all of a sudden I got I discovered practicing more consistently again than I haven't been able to do in years, recent years. With kids and everything getting older. Not like you guys would know anything about that. Some of us here are a little aged, but life starts to move a little fast, but it was really cool to all of a sudden have some time to shed and work on things that I haven't in a long time. I've gotten my gear together and fixed things and tunings and worked on just fun stuff like that, like geeking out on YouTube videos constantly about tuning drums and different sounds and different drum heads. And for those days when the gigs start happening again and the studio sessions start happening again, and you can hopefully apply some of this stuff and loops and things like that. And I've gotten to shed some of my Roland electronics and learned a bunch of new stuff with that. Just trying to stay positive and move forward in a time that it's really hard to. But so I feel your pain, and all I can do is just try and move forward, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
now, Roxy, you're very quiet down there. I
you have
my
the
eye
floor.
on you.
She's afraid the cats are going to steal her headphones again.
Yeah, she's been doing more of the audio end of things, so she didn't do brushing up that.
You've been taking a lot of courses, like online courses on that, right?
No, I mean, I just watched tutorials.
Okay.
Courses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she didn't do any of
that. I do that. I do video editing. I just learn everything on YouTube. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Annie, give me the rundown on Joan Jett. I want to know the whole story on when this happened. I saw her a few years ago. At Jones Beach with Hart. Were you there?
Yes, I was there.
All right. So what's your role in the Joan Jett camp?
I do production, lighting, merch, whatever else they need.
So like a show where she's headlining Jones Beach. What were you? I don't know if you remember that exact night, but on a night like that, what are you doing? What are you doing at the arena, at the theater?
I remember that one. We had to escape from the flood.
That was Boston that year. I'll do the guest list. Usually with bigger tours like that, I'm not involved with the merch because that's.
I was not on the guest list, by the way, but go ahead.
I don't get anyone on the guest list at local shows. It's too many people.
I can imagine her guest list in that show.
It's insane. So most of my day is that during local gigs, and then just setting up the lighting and stuff. Like with a tour that's consistent like that with the same lighting rig, I don't have as much stuff to do because my stuff's already pre-programmed because I have the same board, same rig. So it's just kind of.
And you're doing the lights, running the lights during the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And a tour like that when she was with Hart, per se,
Yeah, the Hart.
When it was her and Hart, and I think was it Cheap Trick also on that bill?
A few years ago. No, I think this most recent one was Hart and El King.
Yeah, I don't remember who was on when I saw, but so the travel arrangements. Where do you guys? How does that work? Is there buses, vans?
Buses, tour bus. So you usually live on a bus with 12 dudes for.
Yeah.
I'm the only girl on the bus.
What smells worse, Bruce's farts or the bus with 12 dudes?
Oh, I make them stay clean. I'm like, put this toilet seat down, clean. Like, come on, So I've definitely, it's been weird sleeping in a bed for an extended period of time.
Yeah. I mean, your family is probably like, who are you? What are you doing here?
Yeah.
I know. Some nights I want to just go sleep in the van because I feel like I'll sleep better.
Yeah.
Roxy's still in the van.
All right. So when do you think? Do we have any predictions right here? Do we have a prediction of when something like that might return? Touring, real shows. I hear people just guessing late 21, September. Yeah.
I think, it depends. I think outdoor things may happen depending. I don't know how touring's going to work. I don't know, because putting people on a bus and someone gets sick, what do you do? What if a band member gets sick on a bus?
Yeah.
What do you do? Especially with, I'm not just talking about like the Blackhearts, whatever. I'm just talking about any of the, we're supposed to do a tour at Motley Crue and Def Leppard. If any of those guys go down, what do you do? You can't just, I mean, there's plenty of people that, high up guys that you could just be like, all right, they can come in, but what are you going to do? Let them quarantine in a city for 2 weeks and then get them back? Like, there's a lot of factors for all of this stuff. So it's definitely going to be interesting how they're going to start integrating these things back. I don't know if it might be better for a band our size where we're doing doing smaller outdoor gigs, smaller things. I don't know. I don't think stadiums are just going to be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Come.
It could be a nightmare. It's hard to say.
It all depends how the next, I guess, few months go. But maybe there'll be more residencies. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Yeah,
that's an idea. Limited capacity, residencies.
Yeah.
So
this is all theories. I don't know anything.
All theory.
I don't know if anything official anyway.
I saw a post on it from Facebook last night. And it was just an interesting question of everyone's opinion. And hope a lot of people thinking late 21. And so we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully that next year won't be a wash and we can start to move back to something. That would be nice.
Mhm.
I know so many musicians, hundreds of my friends are just hurting, and it'd be nice to see people working again, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, for
So.
sure. I do want to say hello quick to everyone in the Facebook chat and YouTube and Twitch. If anyone has any questions, feel free to write them in.
I see a totally random question here.
Yeah, I saw this one too. That caught
I'm very
my eye.
intrigued.
Oh, you're creeped out by it? Uh-oh.
It's
No, I
not-
said I'm
no.
intrigued.
Oh.
Not creeped out.
He
They
wants
wanna-
to know if you like coleslaw.
No, not at all.
Thank you.
Not at
Now
all.
we know. Now we know.
Never know.
Roxy,
No.
Mel,
I like coleslaw.
it's okay sometimes. If it's too
Is it a
watery
bad
or
thing?
too much liquid, then
You gotta
Well,
add a lot of black pepper.
Matthew Meow Meow does not like coleslaw either.
Mhm.
Do you guys know Matthew?
We know him virtually. We
All
haven't
right, there
met
you
him
go.
yet.
Got the coleslaw question.
Yes.
People are thanking you for the Christmas card. Very nice.
Yes.
And Chris, you should be getting yours in the mail any day now. It's
Oh,
been
there you
sent out.
go. Very nice. It'll go right up on the staircase railing. I'm looking
Nice.
forward to it. Cool.
We also have someone watching The Grinch. And Patrick would like to know if you've played anywhere during the pandemic. I think he came in right after you were saying you just played in Farmingdale last night.
Oh, is that right? Did Patrick ask that?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I am in a band called Love Song that is like a tribute thing. And we do 80s new wave. A lot of Cure and Depeche Mode and things like that. And it's some really fun electronic-y stuff. And when we're full band, it's really fun with a lot of loops and triggers and tracks and you know I'm controlling a lot of stuff back there besides just playing a kit. I have a hybrid drum set of electronic drums and acoustic drums. And but while this is going on, we kind of scale it down and we're doing like an acoustic version of that. Since people can't dance, we figured we'd mellow it out a little bit. We sit. That was the gig we did last night. So my band Love Song, we play once a month at a place called Stage 317 in Farmingdale on Main Street. So if anybody wants to come down, we are scheduled as of right now, January 10th, 1 2-hour concert. We bring our custom lighting design, we bring our own sound, and we go all out as much as we can to make it a full-blown concert for the people who want to come see us. And it's been great so far and a lot of fun. You know, we all grew up with that music, so it's near and dear to our hearts. So to be able to play it and see people enjoy it and appreciate it is really cool. But that's what I'm doing. You know, it's so limited now. That's really it. Once a month. So there you go.
Yeah. And now that
Thank
band
you, Patrick. I appreciate that, Patrick. Great question.
that your band Love Song just formed recently.
Yeah,
correct?
well,
That was kind of right before lockdown, wasn't it?
Well,
Or a few months.
we've been around for a couple of years, but we don't. By design, we only do one show a month.
Okay.
We want everybody to go to that one show, which of course is not working now, where you want as many people in one spot at one time. But
Right.
that was the idea, that we would have new songs, another month go by to do new video imagery and new lighting designs for every show. So we didn't want to wear it out. We didn't want to. We're all in other bands that, you know, whether do private gigs and corporate stuff. You know, you have to make a living, so everybody's doing other stuff like that. And some guys are working heavy day jobs. So we wanted to make Love Song, you know, in that little tribute scene that's so big now. We wanted to make it a special event every month, and you know, people would know they were getting something different. You know, they didn't have the opportunity to come see us the next night. If it was a Friday, we weren't playing Saturday. You know, it was a month later. They can call all their friends again, make a ladies' night out, or the guys come out, or whoever, and do that. So no, we're just playing once a month with that and try to make it fun for everybody.
Awesome.
They now want to know if you like sushi.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I'm like a child.
You like a cucumber roll?
Yeah, no.
No.
Cucumbers. But no. See, I don't like coffee. I drink my Tropicana in the morning. I told you I'm like a child. And I'm a 50-year-old man child. So no, you're getting deep on me with coleslaw and sushi. No. Not happening.
So you didn't experiment with any new foods or anything during quarantine? Is that or
Did you bake any bread?
No, I had a new salsa last night though. After the gig, my wife got this new salsa, and I was way into that. But that's about it. Nothing really extreme, you know.
Was it a flavored salsa? Was it like a
Yeah, well, yeah, it had like all this
fruity?
corn in there. It was like really more fruity and citrusy than a normal salsa, but it was cool. So that was about as extreme as it got there, young Annie. So now, Roxy, what are you doing? You're quiet. You make me nervous. And now, what have you been doing for the last 9 months with this quarantine here? You're not hanging around with these characters every day. No. She's like, thank God for that. So what is your story? You're very quiet. And I want to know why.
I don't know why.
Look at it. She's like, I'm just going to hang here. He put me on the spot. Come on. Yeah, very cool.
She's been playing in audio engineering.
Ah, very cool.
And having satanic cat pillows in the back of her, in her background.
Anna.
Oh, yeah. Ask the question.
Well, oh, there you go.
Holy smokes.
Do you know what that is? Do you know what kind of animal that is?
Wait, no, I see your head. Well, what is that thing?
Oh, wait. Can I? Oh, there we go. I soloed you.
Like a deer?
Maybe. We don't
Nobody knows.
We don't know either. We've been taking a survey. Actually, we should go back and survey everyone that's been on the stream this year to see what.
What is this?
I think it's a donkey.
Yeah.
I think it's a deer, but not a
think it's a
reindeer.
deer.
It's supposed to be a reindeer, but I think it's a regular deer.
I
Yeah, I
think
think it's a
donkey.
regular deer. It's a donkey, you know for sure?
I don't know for sure.
Oh, all right.
We got
Because
it.
you had some inside information.
It's not my picture.
We acquired it. And
Mel-
want to tell the story? Or Rex?
What?
What'd you
It's
say,
a
Rex?
Mel from a puppet place.
By accident.
All right, so look, I'm sitting here doing lessons all week. What does a normal week look like for you guys? Besides the band that I know you put so much effort into and it's like your main thing, are there day jobs? Are there part-time jobs that you're doing now, like work from home? Are you an IT person? What goes on in the daytime life of Jackknife Stiletto?
Rex, do you want to go first?
I work from home, so
Okay,
that's what I've been doing all week.
cool. Like full-time thing. You're busy.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
And
You're
you wanna-
recovering from multiple surgeries.
Yeah, but I'm also teaching on Zoom every day and
Nice.
helping.
You giving lessons?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, mostly drums and piano. I have one ukulele student, a couple of flutes, some violin, a bunch of different
Awesome.
instruments. Yeah.
Cool. Annie.
Annie.
There's no work for me.
Yeah. You're not alone.
All my jobs have been all my jobs are in the entertainment industry, which involve public entertainment. But I've been doing a lot of video editing on like that site Fiverr. I've been getting a lot of jobs on there and
Cool.
been painting and people have been buying my paintings. So I just keep
Wow.
painting and just playing music, kind of practicing and just, keeping myself busy.
Cool.
Just trying to freelance work and stuff. So
That's it. That's all we can do. So now, when you guys are writing, are you passing around ideas? Where do the songs start from?
that mess.
The corner.
That mess. Holy smokes!
I was trying to record something before, so wires are everywhere. I got an electronic kit
Mhm.
and an interface amp there and stuff. So I don't know.
Very cool.
We're
Got
trying.
to start somewhere.
Yeah. It
So-
looks like this. It's a mess.
It's just like an explosion of wires and an electronic symbol or two shooting out of nowhere.
Yeah, I can't. I'm like, at least so I can just. Anytime Mel does
Yeah.
a bad joke.
Now, do you play guitar and then do drums with the other hand? I've seen guys do that.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little tight
Don't
though,
do that.
so I got to go sit in my corner for a little while every day and just.
Cool. So I'm just waiting for things to pick up here. Hopefully it won't be before too long. And lessons are great, and thank God for the students. But I really want to play, and I know you guys do too. And everybody out there who's a musician wants to, and people who love watching music and going to see live music really miss it. We hear that all the time, and hopefully we can get back to it.
Mm-hmm. I guess one of your students are here, Brian.
Byron.
Brian. Yes. The great Brian.
Was he a good student or a bad student? Let's put him on the spot.
He was a great student. He was a student of mine at Five Towns.
Oh, cool.
Byron. Yeah. And a great player. Great player, by the way.
Cool.
Wait, you know what? I don't know if I ever taught Byron. He was always around school. I don't know if we ever actually did lessons. It was a couple of years ago. But great player. Great player.
Nice.
And Mel right there is a great player as well. When she's not, when she has two legs working and two arms.
I keep like coming up with drum beats in my head that I'm like, I just trying to like, I'm singing them into the, the phone, like the audio recording, like beatboxing into it so that I can try to remember it when I have 2 feet and 2 hands again. So I can play it and send it to you guys.
On GarageBand. They have virtual drums now.
Oh, okay. I'll check that out as soon as we're done.
Yeah, you could get the little app and tap it in on your phone. Yeah, the finger drumming.
Okay, good. I'll try that out.
All right, so of your time on the road, you guys have spent a lot of time on the road playing. What's the most bizarre incident live on stage? I don't want to hear about any weirdness backstage. We can leave that out of this.
Live
on stage.
You want the weirdest or the most violent?
Weird.
Violent.
Yeah, I threw drumsticks at some guy's head because he ran up and grabbed our singer's ass.
Wow.
Our old singer. Yeah, you got to protect your bandmates.
You have to do what you got to do.
I think something weird. I mean, I know things get weird.
Maybe when they thought we were dancers.
Like epic equipment failures where you couldn't play and.
Oh, there was a bug on my amp once, and we couldn't start the show until the sound man came and
it was an ant. It was a tiny little ant.
Slow down. Slow down. Did you just say there was a bug on your amplifier?
Yeah.
The show had to wait.
It didn't start yet, though.
Oh, okay.
The sound man was still on the stage.
And you had to get back up and backup come in and help you out?
I said, you need to remove this or my amp won't work.
All right. Did he take care of it? Did he do the job?
He did.
Good.
He did. He was a good guy. Yeah.
Good.
I remember the time in Knoxville, Tennessee, when Annie, you were like going crazy. You're like, there's this high pitched noise. I hear it. There's a frequency. I don't know what it is. And we're all like, you're crazy. We don't hear anything. And after the show, everyone like, as we're packing up and it's kind of empty, all of a sudden we all hear it. It was coming from one of the speakers up top. It was buzzing.
Wow.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen, and hopefully everything works. Hopefully all the wires are good. Hopefully all the electronics are happening. The mics don't go out in the middle of your biggest song, and that's what makes it live.
Our last live show we played on Leap Day on February 29th.
So did I.
Roxy's amp wasn't working. She was borrowing someone's, and I gave it a little nudge and got it working.
Did you kick it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the best thing.
we had something. I don't remember if it was your bass or the amp. Something like we couldn't find an outlet that was working on like the whole stage. There was some weird problems at the Chance.
Yeah, the pedal board. I think it was their electric. Yeah.
Mhm.
I just remember like us crawling around the whole stage, plugging into every outlet.
Mhm. Oh, there was one gig in Florida. There was a frog on the van.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
It was a big guy too, but we were trying to like poke it a little bit so he'd jump off, but he was like on the handle, so I didn't want to like yank it. So we were like trying to like.
We're going from ants to frogs and
the frog
deer,
I could deal with, but bugs no.
Oh, we got chased by turkeys. That wasn't on stage though.
When?
In that swamp. Somewhere in
That was
Florida.
a raven.
Maybe they were vultures.
Oh yeah, the vulture almost killed me and Roxy.
Now let me ask you guys this: being that you're a signed band and you're on the road all the time doing these really cool shows, how do you guys deal with companies, endorsement products? Is there that type of thing involved in what you guys do?
Mostly from NAMM, which won't happen this year.
From NAMM, new.
Yeah, we meet a lot of the reps and companies and things like that at NAMM, which we did go to earlier this year. And then kind of like everyone we met and wanted to get contacts with, like literally by the time we're contacting them, everything hit and like we're like, I guess we're not going anywhere this year. But
Yeah, I actually contacted one of my endorsements that I'm already signed with and was asking to reorder. And they're like, our factory's shut down right now.
Wow.
We'll let you know when it opens back up.
Yeah. Was that the drums, the drum kit?
It was the stick company
Yeah.
that had, but they're open now.
Cool.
But they were closed for a little bit.
Yeah.
And we have new YouTube videos every Thursday, but obviously, it takes some time for Annie does a great job with editing the videos together. It takes some time. So we pre-record and we put up an unboxing of my drumsticks, and the rep contacted me and said, wait, where did you just get these sticks from? Our factory. I was like, it was an old old video. He's like, oh, okay. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, everything's back ordered, and it's it's a drag. So I'm waiting on a couple things here too now, and without a lot going on, you're excited if it's like Christmas morning. Can't wait for this stuff to get arrived. But yeah, everybody shut down. So
I have my brand new SJC custom kit that was supposed to debut when we opened for Bowling for Soup back in March, and has yet to make its debut. It's in the basement.
That show got cut off, right? That was
it was postponed from March till September, and now it's postponed again for next year. We'll see if that happens. If not, it'll be 2022, or who knows.
So you haven't played the new kit in a live gig yet?
I played in the basement. That's it.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, that's tough.
We took some videos on it, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's cool. A lot of these companies are really supportive, and I've been with Sabian and Vic Firth for 23 years, and they've always been there for everything I've needed, and as far as clinic support and gigs, and Vic Firth, I can't tell you, and you guys know a little bit about it too, of how much that can affect your career in a positive way when you have that kind of support. GMS Drums, made a custom kit for me. I told them what I wanted. It was like a menu at a restaurant, and and your dream kit, and a month or two later, it appears. And Evans Drumheads, Steve over at Evans is just an amazing artist rep. And we talk all the time about different tunings, different drum heads. Not to geek out too much on drums here, but it's great. And having that kind of support when you're trying to play live, and you can rely on this stuff day in and day out on the road, that's going to sound great, and gig after gig, it's definitely cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think I got one gig out of my my new Soul Tone cymbals. The last gig we played was the one and only, and then everything got shut down.
The debut and the finale.
Oh yeah, it was in California at NAMM, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, hopefully they'll be out on many gigs and tours it's coming soon.
Yep.
Cool.
And Annie and Roxy, you guys got some new gear as well.
I got a lot of adapters.
We have 72 picks
excellent.
coming.
You have what?
144 picks coming in the mail next
I thought
week.
you said toothpicks.
Custom toothpicks?
Yeah, custom toothpicks.
Do they have little flags on them?
So the guitar picks have the band logo on there?
No, these are just picks. I ran out of picks, so I needed something.
She likes aliens. Alien picks.
Nice.
I got well, mine fell everywhere.
We have some questions in the chat for you, Chris. What is the Facebook page for your tribute band?
Oh, that is Love Song the Band. You can find us at Love Song the Band. The name of the band is Love Song, and Love Song the Band on Facebook. And you can go there, like us, and follow us, and hopefully hit our once a month gig as long as they last, which hopefully is not interrupted at any point. But yeah, so that's that. Any other questions here?
Where was your biggest audience?
The biggest audience I ever played was, I guess, 16,000 at Nassau Coliseum. That was kind of a fun thing. It was just it was like playing in between periods at a New York Islanders game a bunch of times. They used to book bands to do that. It was just kind of fun. You'd go out and play a few songs, and they'd have you up on the Jumbotron. And but it was really cool, having a packed arena. But a lot of theaters and large clubs and things like that. But that was probably the biggest. Yeah.
Did you play on the rink?
No. They had us on a stage in like the tunnel where the audience could see you.
Yeah.
They could still see you, but you're not on the rink. And then they had all the cameras on you, so you were up on all the big screens and stuff. And it was really fun. It was cool. But Hammerstein Ballroom was a really cool one. That was sold out, and just some theater stuff like that, and some large clubs. What about you guys? What was the largest audience you guys have ever played in front of?
Is it Cheap Trick, maybe? The Capitol Theater?
I'd say so. Yeah.
I heard the Capitol Theater is great.
It's beautiful. It's such a great gig.
And how many people would fit in there? How big is that place?
I don't know what the capacity is. What, 3,000 maybe?
I think that was a little bigger than the Broadway, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it's about that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've all played Warped Tour, so in theory, like 20,000.
Right.
You know.
And we technically open for all those bands.
Yeah. And we open for all those bands. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Joe in the chat would like a kazoo lesson. Chris, do you teach any kazoo lessons?
No, I do not teach kazoo.
Well, Mel, I guess you got that. So there you go.
Well, Mel, you teach multiple instruments. The kazoo has to be on there, right?
I guess so, yeah.
It is now. You're in tomorrow at 3:30.
Are you still teaching at Five Towns or no?
Yeah.
Oh,
we did
cool.
the whole semester was virtual. We just finished up. In fact, I'm grading some juries right after this tonight. I have to watch some videos and
we should put them up here live and judge them.
Yes, right.
Now wait, how are they doing the juries and recitals? Are they having other people accompany them through a pre-recorded thing, or is it no accompaniment?
I just have the juries, so I'm not sure how they're handling recitals, but the juries are just there pre-recording it. So the students got off a little bit because, obviously you can do a couple takes there if you need to start over,
right.
But it's not the same as when people are staring at you and you have to play right on the spot. But so yeah, I have a bunch of videos waiting for me for tonight. And I'm just going to grade those and that'll be a wrap on the semester, but it actually went really well. We got a head start on the virtual thing last semester when it shut down midway through the spring semester. And so we just kept it going. I think the school was open. I did all my lessons virtually, but the school was open until I think Thanksgiving. And then they had planned to just shut it after Thanksgiving and finish out virtually. So that's what they did. They kind of.
Gotcha. So you didn't go there and do your lessons. Well,
no, I was just doing all my lessons virtually even for the college. Normally we would be there in the practice room in the teaching studio doing our lessons one-on-one, but obviously not now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be tough, especially for the percussion students, because things like xylophones and timpani, normally you don't have those at home, and you're only able to practice at the school. So
absolutely, but I think they could. You'd have to sign out a room, and there was a lot of restrictions, to keep everyone safe. So it was definitely different. It probably was a lot harder for them to do it than in semesters past. But I think they were able to, but with a lot of restrictions. But hopefully they got their work in.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah, I remember practicing for those juries and recitals and going there, at 3 o'clock in the morning, asking the security guards to open up the room because it was the only time you could access, the timpani or whatever, because everyone was trying to use one instrument.
Yep, so everyone's trying to graduate.
Whatever time slot you can get. If it was 4 in the morning, you went in at 4 in the morning.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you have to get your work done. You've got that date coming up, and it's all on the line right there. But
Stephen in the chat would like to know, do you ever get nervous being on stage?
All the time. I don't know if I'm weird, but I always get a little nervous before I perform. Doesn't matter how many thousands of times. Sometimes you're, not really nervous, like, oh my God, what's going to happen? But, I think, for me, I like to be warmed up. I know if I'm able to have the time to properly warm up during the day of the show, that I'm going to feel really good going into it. But and if I didn't get that, I was running around, I had lessons, I had stuff happening, and I don't feel like I got the warm up that I wanted. I wouldn't, nervous, but, not as comfortable, as I'd like to be. But sometimes you get a little butterflies in the stomach, and you have some new material that you haven't played before live, and maybe there's some electronics involved in it that you have to hit some cues and make sure everything goes off without a hitch. And that's to a click, and there's a track maybe, and then, there's no do-over. There's no, let's just do this chorus double, it has to be perfect. So yeah, you just there's a lot of things to think about in that kind of situation. But so yeah, there's some nerves involved. What about you guys? You ever nervous before you go on?
I'd say more of an adrenaline rush.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah, my first show that I sang at, I puked after, but
after, not before.
Before, yeah, after it was like
done. You were done. What
it was like I think I made myself so like nervous about it that after I was like, okay, I'm done. Now, wait, there goes my headphones. Okay, yeah.
So, Chris, what do you do for your warm up, or like, do you have a specific routine that you normally go through before you get on stage?
Well, there's some things I like to run through on a practice pad. That I've gotten from one of them. I'm looking at the poster right here on the wall of the studio. Is this a drummer? Is an amazing player and educator. His name is Tom Iago. He's done a lot of great books and he's an amazing player. But he's come up with some great stuff that you can access on YouTube. Warm-ups that I really was digging. He did something cool over this pandemic. Was when it first was starting, he did the 100-day challenge where he went live on Facebook 3 times a day and did this warm-up routine with you. So everybody would meet. He would tell you when he was going to be going back on next. And so at 3:30, you went back on your phone, you got in front of your practice pad, and with him live, we all did these warm-ups, and it was 100 days straight. It was really fun, but I've worked that into my routine. But, just working on, I put the click on, I warm up different tempos, different types of grooves that I might be playing that night. And, I might not necessarily be playing a jazz thing or a Latin thing if I'm playing a pop gig that night, but I just want to get the muscles moving and the arms and legs flowing and things moving around.
Mm-hmm. Any certain songs you listen to before you get on stage to pump you up?
Mel just wants to say that she listens to the Spin Doctors every time.
Do you really? The Spin Doctor's been coming up on my phone all the time in my YouTube.
She hacked your phone.
Yeah. All like the last week, it's Spin Doctors all the time. and no, I can't think of one particular song that I might just, play before I go on stage. It's usually so many things that are going on before you start. And depending how long you have to play for. Last night we just did 1 2-hour set. Sometimes you're doing a 40-minute set or a 30-minute set or an hour and a half. One of the few gigs that I did over this set. Yeah, what's a set? What's a show? What's an audience?
What's a venue?
Well, I did a show with my other group that I play with, Head Over Heels. We did a party outside. This was back in September, and it was, legal. Everyone had their masks on and kind of just not that many people there as would normally have been. We did a 4.5-hour set, and it was insane. And I got one little break to run to the restroom. Our sound guy plays the drums a little bit. He did 2 songs, and I ran and came back, and it was just crazy. I was drinking my Gatorade, the huge Gatorade the whole time, so I wouldn't be cramping up and dehydrating. But, what's a set? I don't know what that is either. So
I could just picture you with the Rocky song,
getting
ready to go and see.
Just knocking people out of the way on the way to the bathroom. Oh, I've got 3.5 minutes.
With the hi-hat stand, just poking it with
Oh, I remember a crazy story now from a show. Now that
which one?
We played at a bar in Staten Island, and right before we went on stage, someone scaled the roof of the bar because they didn't want to pay the cover to get into the show.
So they climbed on the roof?
Yes.
And what was the plan from there?
They wanted to get over the building and get into the backyard of the venue where the bands were playing.
Gotcha.
And this was right before we were. No.
Yeah. He was apprehended.
The fire department, the cops.
The cops came and got him down.
They pulled him down.
Yeah. Well, we were headlining. We were there all day. It was like a anniversary show at the club Mother Pugs. Mm-hmm. So we were there. There's 10 bands playing. So we were there from the beginning to watch all the bands and stuff. So we were the last band, and Jeff Enraged, the owner, he's like, "Might have to cut your set if this guy doesn't come down." We're like, "No."
What does he have to do with us?
Yeah, because they were like, if the cops come and shut it down, if this guy causes more issues, but luckily it worked out. But yeah. I don't know if people will be still scaling buildings trying to go to see shows to not pay a cover.
I hope not. That could be dangerous.
Yeah. If you don't have the money, just ask someone if you can. You tell me you really want to hear some music.
You don't have to climb buildings. It's okay.
$5.
Yeah. So let's see. Do we have any other questions? I'm looking down here.
I don't know. We'll probably wrap it up in a few minutes. So if anyone's got any other questions, then
Mel, you have someone here, Mel, who is asking you to teach them.
They want.
Was that for the kazoo?
Yes.
All right. I charge double to teach kazoo, though.
Yes. I'll tell them double.
Someone asked me to teach triangle the other day. I said that immediately, double price.
I played a triangle on a song last night.
There you go.
And I ordered one. I have my first triangle. I just got it a couple weeks ago.
Did you get the little clamp?
No, it came with a little string. But I did the finger technique. I just held it. But now things are really tough. When I got that thing in the mail, I was like, yeah, my triangle's here. My wife's like, geek, nerd. This has been great. This is awesome. You guys, I love what you do. Keep it up. And these Monday rock talk, whatever it is we're doing here, is really cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And this is our last one of the year as we wrap up our season 1. And yeah, you're the finale.
There's a real cliffhanger in this episode, though. I mean, besides the guy on the wall and up on the roof, but
yeah. So our next Music Monday will be January 11th, starting our season 2.
Kingston and Greystar.
Very cool.
And then should I give a little rundown of who we're going to have coming up?
Yes.
All right, let's see. January 11th, Kingston and Greystar. January 18th, Tony from Tone Alley. January 25th, Matt Miranda. February 1st, Mike Terry. February 8th, Alejandro Mercado. And February 15th, Matt Murphy.
Cool. Nice lineup already. You have a little month and a half booked.
Yeah.
This is a hot show.
It's been fun.
Hot.
Yeah, very cool.
So hot right now.
Yeah.
This show, it's so hot right now.
They're burning up the charts. The ratings are through the roof.
Yeah, they renewed us for season 2. So
stay tuned to find out what happens on season 2.
Big contract. TV money is the way to go.
Do you have any last minute things you'd like to plug? Any websites, anything like that?
You know what? You could find me Chris Tibaldi on the website on Facebook. If anybody's interested in drum or percussion lessons, I'm always available. You can find me there anytime. And if you want to go to Love Song the Band and like the band's page and follow us for our 1 monthly gig, that'd be cool too. But that's it. Other than that, unfortunately, I wish there was more going on at this time, but there's just not. So that's all I can really plug.
I like Joe's comment in the chat. He says, no idea who this guy is, but sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I like Joe. I like Joe a lot. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
So now we always shall we do our positive note, Annie? Is it time for that?
Oh, sure. You can.
Right.
Well, this is the last note of the year, so you have to make it big.
All right.
All right.
We'll put you on the spot.
All right.
Just give a positive, I don't know, note or vibe or something of like musicians or audience things, like what they could, like a good note to leave off on like a.
Just stay positive in these crazy times.
Yeah, sure. Well, I will say this to all of our musician comrades out there. Use this time to better yourself. Practice your craft. Get down there to your practice room. Write your songs. You can become better from this. All right, don't let this beat you. The venues will return. They might be a little different. They might be smaller capacity. You might have to do things a little bit differently, but it's going to come back. Have faith in your art and what you do and your talent. And we'll all get through this. It sounds like kind of a cheesy little thing to say, but we have no other choice. This is what we do. I'm 50 years old. This is what I do. I'm not going anywhere. So I'll be back. So will you. So will the audiences who love live music. And we're all going to get through this together. Be safe. Enjoy the holidays. And thank you for having me on in this final episode.
Thank you.
My pleasure, ladies. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. We have a last comment from Grumpy for season 2. Will Mel's foot fall off? Will Annie set fire in her air fryer? And will Roxy find what's in the pit on that island?
Wow. All right. That's in season 2.
That's season 2.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
It's like the Mandalorian. I can't wait.
Does that mean we get Baby Yoda in season 2?
Yes, everybody's getting a Baby Yoda.
Season 2 is already out.
That's not a donkey or a deer. It's Baby Yoda with Santa Claus in that picture.
It is.
That's
No.
Yeah, like that. Well, thank you guys so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, guys. Thanks for the questions, everybody. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Happy holidays. We just want to say happy holidays to everyone. Happy New Year. We will see you all soon. And yeah, do you guys have anything else to say?
Ho, ho, ho.
Great. All right. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Thank you to all the artists and bands that we've had on this year. And hopefully we will. We'll see you next time. We'll be back for season 2 because we got renewed by the people, right? The network, the network, the Jackknife Stiletto network. The man, he renewed us.
I don't know if anyone else sees the little duck in the corner, or if that's just us.
What duck?
You don't see that either? It's on like the top of my screen. It's from the from StreamYard. It's a little duck.
Oh, like the logo?
The logo, yeah.
I guess, but I just never really looked at it.
Oh, I figured that's like the head of our network. It's the mascot.
No, I think it's like the Jane, who I guess is next to Roxy's
Oh, yeah,
head.
she's up that way.
Yeah, up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. Yes. All right, well, hopefully everyone's getting their Christmas cards, too, this year. Oh, Steve said he got it.
Oh, good.
Cool. YouTube renewed it. Twitch renewed us. Facebook Live renewed us.
Patrick thinks it's a goat.
What?
He thinks it's a goat.
I think that means greatest of all time. The goat. That's what it
He
does.
thinks the donkey is a goat.
Oh, okay.
Deer.
Got it.
Donka deer.
Oh, boy. They said that your painkillers are kicking in, Mel. All right.
Unfortunately, this is just me. Painkillers are done.
I don't know if you guys can't see the ducks, so I don't know what you guys are seeing on here in the chat.
Just seeing things now.
Unless I got a duck. Are you a duck?
I put it in their minds that they would see ducks, and now they're bleeding.
Oh, yeah. All right. Happy holidays, everyone. Happy New Year. We'll see you next time.
It looks like he's doing a punching bag.
Pew, 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 pew. Are you running away now? Okay. Sorry. All right. Bye, everyone.
See ya.